Our man at Fowler's Facts, Clinton Fowler, from We Went Fast, he brings up a really good question. So for this week's Dunlop debate, go over to Dunlop, check it out. It's been hot. Get you a scoop tire if you haven't used it. I haven't used it, but everyone who's listening or watching this show, I think just out of curiosity, you should go get one. But
Yeah, clearly
right,
it's working
then you
well.
can then you'll know what all these riders are talking about and the decisions they're faced with. Do I go with the scoop? Do I not go with the scoop?
Yeah, yeah, 100%.
Right. Go to Dunlop's website and check it out and order you one up. Best tire in the business, by the way. But anyhow, Clinton asks, and it's kind of a preview, I feel like, going into Texas. Who's got the most pressure among those top three?
That's a good question.
I
Um,
I myself personally, I think Chase does. I think because the reason that I say that is because he hasn't won the SMX World Championship. Um, I think that him being able to win the SMX World Championship with everybody in the field, you know, Eli, Jet, those two legends for sure, I think would mean a lot to him. Jet's already done that,
yep.
and I think he's checked those boxes off. So that's why I think there's more pressure on Chase to
And
win. That's
yeah,
why.
yeah, I agree 100%.
See, you're agreeing with me, dude.
I am agreeing with you, and why I say that is if you look at the Mount Rushmores, like, you can put Eli up on top of that right now.
Yep.
He's made his name. He's won lots of championships. He's 31 years old. We know we're going to get him for another year, but and after that, probably retire. Let's be honest, and maybe not. But I'm just from a fan and knowing where he's at, 3 kids, at the stage of his life, things like that.
Yep.
Like, I only see retirement being very coming here very shortly. Another
Mhm.
a year or another 2 years, whatever that is, but it's going to be within the next 12 to 24 months. Jet coming in at his young age. You could also put him probably up on that Mount Rushmore here, if not already, very soon. Lots of championships under his belt, lots of race wins. So I think the reason why I say Chase is just with yes, he has some championships, but nowhere near what Jet has, nowhere near what Eli has yet. He also made the big transition over to KTM, and the Red Bull KTM guys, and I think the pressure is on Chase. To your point, to win with the stacked field, 100% of the riders involved in the racing, and then also just for himself. Like, I think that's for the feather in his cap and the confidence side of it. Like, I think that it's him. He's the one that kind of needs to get that done, so that I feel like he's not that he doesn't consider himself on that Mount Rushmore, but
Yep.
that's what he's missing, in my opinion.
100%, without a doubt. I think that well, number one, I think like as far as talking about Hunter, I didn't Anaheim won. I didn't expect him to be in the situation that he's in right now. And then after Unadilla, when I said what I was saying, that I'm like, dude, he could be pretty good because he's progressed so much. I think that going to everything that you talked about and that I talked about, that's why I think it's the most important for Chase to answer your question, Clint. That was a really, really good question. Again, Jet's done it all. And I think it's just straight up. It's time for Chase to get it done with everybody in the field. He's done everything except that, and I think it would speak volumes for him mentally. I think it would do a lot for him mentally, and it would give him a really nice boost of confidence going into the 2025 season.
Mm.
And it's going to be exciting to see how he plays out, which leads us to the Texas preview. Triple Crown points. So basically, it's winner take all scenario. Omega LOL 69XD asks, if you guys are in a three-way tie going into the finale, what would be your mindset? And I've been in that situation. in 2006. So I'll take this one.
Hmm.
Is I think that first and foremost, you have to have a good week of preparation. At least if it was me, I wanted to have a good week of preparation, and I would try to tune the track to the best of my abilities to be as similar as what I was going into the race weekend. And in '06, like I left it dry and kind of marbly because that's how Vegas was.
Yep.
And then from a race strategy standpoint, position myself where I played little defense on the start, make sure that I could at least get through the start within the top three, at the worst top five, to where I have a shot at those guys if they went 1-2 off the start. So that's what I'm doing from a start standpoint. And depending on who I'm racing, I think if you're like for me, I knew that I couldn't beat Stu, so I was just going to follow him in hopes that we could pull away from Chad, and it worked out perfectly. And all I had to do is get second to win the championship. So
Hmm.
that, like, we can role play each rider and tell them what their game plan should be. So I think overall that's what they need to do. They need to play some defense. I think if you have a speed advantage, that certainly helps. And go out and do your best. Don't override it and be there at the end, because if you override and you pump up, you might crash, something like that. Like, just do what you've been doing and give yourself the best shot to win, because all you can do is take care of yourself. If you start playing someone else's game and wondering what they're doing, then they've already got you beat. So you go focus on yourself. And that's what I think. That would be, if I was coaching these dudes, that's what this is how I would approach the weekend.
Yep. Yeah. I 100% agree. And that defense you talk about for lining up, we always had at Vegas. We'll use Vegas because that's what we raced on. There's always that left hand start outside the stadium coming down like Thunder Alley, or I think they called it.
Hmm.
Position yourself kind of on the inside gate, with anywhere from 2 to 5 on the inside, so that then the only thing you're managing is your start, your jump off of the line. If you get a jump off the line, you're going to control that inside turn. And if you're not first to the first turn, you're going to come out second or third,
Yeah.
right? So that's why I always liked those inside gates, or more inside than out by the box. And then for me, yeah, let that race kind of come to you. Like, you can't try to play devil's advocate and get in somebody else's head, because then you're not thinking about your race. You have to be thinking about your race, what you're going to do, and stick to your plan, and ride the wheels off of it.
Hi, folks. Lee Diffie from NBC Sports here. If you truly enjoyed what you just watched, you can get more news, interviews, and highlights by subscribing to the Motorsports on NBC YouTube page. You can get it all, so go for it.